Hey there everybody, welcome back to another No Man's Sky video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy. This is the Game Vault, and today we're going to talk about corrupted Sentinels, and I found a really good way to wipe these guys out, even those big jumping spider-like ones. So let's cue up the music and we'll get down to it. First off, it's we gotta piss some Sentinels off, right? And what better way to do that than grabbing a Gravitino ball? That'll wake them up real quick, so let's go ahead and engage these guys in combat. Reload speed, there we go. See how easy that first wave went, but those are the easy ones, right? Those guys, you can take them down with pretty much anything as long as you put a little effort into it. Hey, some more Gravitino balls. May as well, they're already mad. Alright, where are they? Where are they? I hear them. Here they come, more flyers. We're at a level 3 right now. Should be getting the big guys coming up next. Oh great, we got a big freaking storm coming up. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I love when that happens. Oh, been detected. There he is. Alright, so these guys can be really problematic, right? Until you do that. Instant toast. Instant friggin' toast. Alright, come on. So when I first landed on this planet, it was kind of weird. I had a random ship flying by me and shooting at me, just randomly. And it wasn't a Sentinel ship or anything like that. It was a hauler of all things. I was like, what the hell's going on here? But in any case, that's over with now. So, but, yeah. So this is pretty effective. We're already at level 4. About to jump up to level 5 here in a minute. And I hear them. I hear them. Where are they? There's the big guy. Ow. Instant death, right? I hate the little guys, actually. I'll take the big guys over the little guys any day of the week. These little guys, they get stuck behind things. You can't see them. They're fast as hell. They like to explode near you. Anybody else? I have a feeling there's more of those little guys around here somewhere. Did I see one over here? Yep. Oh, we got a big guy. Nice. Alright, swarms are multiplying. We are at level 5. So I don't recommend doing this on an extremely toxic planet or anything like that unless you have the protection available for it. It can make things super challenging as you're battling the elements and Sentinels at the same time. Ow, ow, ow. Who's hitting me? go. Come on, little guys. Woohoo, goodbye. I hear something else. Oh, he's invisible. And we got another big guy. Let's take this guy down, and we're wrapping this up with the combat part at least. Alright, we'll boogie on out of here. Oh, it's over. And that gave us a dissonance spike, so I'll meet you guys over there, and we'll see what this is all about, okay? Alright, so as you see, after killing off... Yeah, I know. It's extremely toxic. So as you see, after killing off the 5th wave, or the 5th level of corrupted Sentinels, it takes you to a crashed Sentinel vessel. Just like if you find a camp and use an echolocator, you can locate one of these, or if you use a Dreadnought AI. But that's a story for another day. But let's talk about the weapon I used today and the method I used for fighting these guys. So my multi-tool is set up. This is my max character, my guy I've had for a long time. Got I think 800 hours into him roughly, or something like that. 400, 500, I don't know. But my main weapon I use is this one right here, the Pulse Spitter. I swear by this weapon. I think it's the best weapon in the game for combat. It uses simple ammunition, the same ammunition your regular gun would use. So all you need is ferrite dust to make the ammunition for it, and it's easy to get ferrite dust, and you can make tons and tons of ammunition. This does go through a lot of ammunition, so if you're going to be using this and you're going to go into combat like I just did, you want to make sure you have a bunch of ammunition built up for it. Now I've got some mods for it on here. I've got the your basic pulse spitter. Then I've got the ricochet module, and this causes projectiles to bounce if they hit a target that they do not damage. So it just adds another chance for that projectile to do some damage against an opponent. I also have the amplified cartridges, which gives me plus 20 on my clip size, which is fantastic. And this one here, the impact igniter. Post-impact ignition is enabled. Impact fire damage is plus 80, and it burns for 4 seconds. So after I shoot something, it will burn. And using the pulse spitter in rapid succession like that, that's a lot of burn damage coming up. All at once, pretty much. You're just burning things down to the ground instantly. Now, what I'm using with it is the Paralysis Mortar. Okay, normally, like if I'm just going out and I'm farming the mirrors from the dissonant resonators, I'll throw in my cloaking unit down here, so I can go ahead and take out the mirror, then I can go into cloak and run away and escape. I don't want to have to get into combat if I'm farming those. But if I'm farming the corrupted Sentinels, well, this is where it's at. The Paralysis Mortar. I use this on those big guys, because those big guys can put a hurting on you pretty damn good. And what this thing does is it hits them, and you saw it kind of stuns them for a little bit, right? And I do have the upgrade for it, the Voltaic Amplifier. This one increases the damage to stunned enemies by 21%. And that's very, very useful, right? That, every 5 shots you do, that's like hitting it 6 times. So in any case, with all that being said, you saw how quickly those guys melted down. They didn't even have the opportunity for one of those flying guys to come around and heal them up a little bit. It was, you see him, you run up. I like to get close to him, hit him with the stun, and unleash holy hell on him. It's best if you have a full clip when you first start off, then you don't have to do the reload in the beginning. As you can see, the pulse spitter does have a little time involved in reloading it, but generally it's not that bad. You could always pop off a second one if you were in trouble and you really needed to. Now, in addition to all the basic upgrades for the pulse spitter, I've got 3 X-Class upgrades for it. And as you can see, this one, all 4 of my slots are in the pulse spitter. I was very fortunate with this weapon, and that's why I've got these guys laid out like that, because it really takes advantage. But minus 30%, 32% load time, 15 clip size plus, 5% more damage, and a fire rate of plus 50%. This thing's fast. That's why these guys are melting. Here you have it again and again. So that's what I'm doing all my damage with, is this pulse spitter. And again, I believe it is the absolute best weapon in the game, bar none. Now, looking at why you want to fight Sentinels like that, well, that depends. You know, you can just be doing it for the hell of it. You get a lot of Atlantidium with it, but here's another thing you get, and that's these crystallized hearts, right? These things, you can break them down for nanites. I forget how much you get for them, but you get a pretty decent amount. They don't sell for much and all that, but they are useful for repairing a Sentinel gun, you know, Sentinel multi-tool. They can be used for that. If you find like a nice Sentinel multi-tool that you want to use, you're going to need these things to do the repairs on it. And I believe they're used to fuel something up. I'm not sure what, though. I'd have to look a little closer in that. Now, I've yet to get an S-Class multi-tool for this character. I think I'm going to work on that next, and I'm going to transfer everything in this weapon over to that one to see if it improves it at all, because, you know, this thing's pretty solid. As you can see, it's maxed out with all 60 available technology slots opened up. I do have a little room for some other stuff, but all I have left room for is some stuff for the Blaze Javelin, which I really haven't messed with. Maybe I should. I should have put that in there just for the hell of it. Now, I don't recommend making your gun this universal, because if you run into trouble switching weapons, you know, neutron cannon, you know, terrain manipulator, solar ray, atom beam, boltcaster, scatter blaster, pulse spitter. Oh, I went too far. You know, you're going to be going back and forth. So this is kind of like my testing character for that. But yeah. Anyway, if you found this video useful at all, please leave a like on it down below and let me know what you think about the pulse spitter combination, you know, with the paralysis mortar. Is that something you've used before against Sentinels? And if you have, has it been effective? Because I know for me, it's pretty freaking awesome. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, like I said. Comment on it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. I'm doing multiple No Man's Sky videos a week. I'll try to keep them up as close to daily as possible, depending on how much time it takes to film them. And I'll see you next time. Until then, peace. I gotta run.